all packed in the foam. Let's get this seat out of here. Doesn't look too bad. Pull that thing out. All right, let's go get this on the scoot. All right, let's take a look at these things. Seat, a little bit ergonomic there. Little sack room. Looks good from here. Gonna have to tighten it down, probably a 1/2 inch wrench or a 13. Onto the stub here. Paint looks pretty sturdy on it. Good coating. They take an Allen wrench here. Probably was sent with the original. This situation here doesn't look too bad. This is how the seat will fold down. We'll put an Allen through here, and that's what will pull this up against the diameter of the hole it goes in, and tighten it down. Okay, here's the collar that you'll rotate that locks it in place when it's on the rig. Let's put it on. Drop it down in here like so. Pull that up. There you go. Alright, let's tighten this down. Line it up. Don't mind this dirtiness. This thing will go through rain and snow. It's winter time. It'll go down street or trail. Okay, there's that. Okay, hold down like that. And then this looks like, so it's snapped up in place, and it looks like this collar just swings around here and goes in like that. Take the seat. Let's go ahead and lock this in. It looks like it's got, I don't know, a fair amount of adjustability. Let's set it right there. Clamp that down. Let's take the seat, drop it over here like so. I've got a 14 wrench here. I got a 9/16. We'll just see how that works. Seems to be working. Yeah, so. Oh yeah, look at that, kind of ratchets. Alright, we've got it set right there. Let's try it. To hold it in place. Well, right. I'm going to undo this. Turn this thumb screw down a little further if I can. Can't get much further with it. Snap that back in place. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, and there's my e-bike. It's a monster. It's called the Cheetah. That would be my big boy. Right there. Are we not manly men? Alrighty then. You gotta make that seat tight. So off we go to the dumpster with this. I don't know. What are we supposed to do with these things? Oh yeah, this is going to take a little getting used to. But I like being triangulated. I like having the weight further back and lower down to lower the center of gravity to make this thing safer. I don't want to break another hip on this. So, got 2 hands, 2 feet square on the ground. You can turn sharper this way. Alright, so a little bit messy here. You can see the screws sticking out. Hose clamp up here. This was my quick way of taking care of this. All 4 of these Allen head screws stripped out. I've evidently had this since 2019. So I just found some other screws and stuck them in there for now and contacted HiBoy. And I'm holding in these last 2 remaining screws with this hose clamp here. The other 2 got lost. So I contacted HiBoy, asking them if they have a fix-it for this. They came back to me with the stupidest answer I've ever heard. And I told them so. I wonder if I should show that email. These tires are solid, so no flats. I had a collection of bicycles and I got tired of screwing around with flats all the time. There was always some damn slow leak no matter what I did. So I put them out front. Somebody took them all. So this was my next option. The thing about these tires, they're hard. There's no suspension on this thing. So when you're in shit like this, when you're in gravel like this, if this tire stops, because it'll stop dead, it'll throw you right off. So these don't get the best of traction. Not like a rubber tire that gives. So it can get a little dicey. Oh, fuck. I have had to put a controller in this thing since I've had it. Should I tell that story? Yeah. So, came a day when this thing would not shut off. It was always on. And I tried to bypass it and whatever, cut some wires. Anyway, ended up blowing the controller. Contacted them. They want to sell me 3 things: the wiring harness, the head, and the controller. They're going to cover all their bases, $80 or whatever. I ended up buying the controller and the wiring harness because I had cut it, but I never put the harness in. The controller took care of the problem. Consequently, I have a brand new wiring harness. If anybody needs one, I'll sell it. So going from the standing up position down onto the seat, both handlebars, both feet on the ground, it's triangulated. My weight is lower down and more to the rear. So my theory is it's safer to ride it this way. So there you have it. We'll see how this goes. I depend on this thing for a lot of stuff. I get really loaded down when I take this thing shopping. So that's all for now. If you want to see other vids of the e-bike inside, I'll link them at the end or down in the show notes. Anybody got one of these things? Tell me what you think of it. How long have you had it? So I made a short trip to the clubhouse here in the resort and back, and by the time I got back here, this seat was loosening up until it came right off. So am I going to have more trouble like I'm having up here with these screws? About ready to go on a major shopping trip into town. I'm gonna have to bring tools with me. So the seat started rotating on this thing, so I went ahead and yanked it out, and I find this. So wasn't there a nut and washer on that? Well, it's gone now. Is there any nut, bolt, or screw that will stay tight on this thing? I found another nut and a washer. I got Loctite and everything. All right, so I cranked this thing down tight, and on the stud below, I went ahead and put the nut and washer on that thing. I'm cranking it down here. I just want to lock this thing in place. I don't want it coming loose. Again, I don't want to risk a terrible catastrophe. Like I said, I already broke my hip on this thing.